Schwartzel made that early noise, including a hole out at the third. Day continues to stay steady. Scott is the leader by 1. Cabrera's not going away. Tigers playing the 18th, and we'll be right back to the Masters. Let's go to the tee shots at 12.
Cabrera. Oh, he finds the back bunker. Only the second one there today. That will be a tough little bunker shot. If the lie is good, he can spin it. Notice how they all play safe there.
Murray's courage smiling, being in that back bunker.
It's the better of the two, at least I can say that. It's a little shallower and more angle. But since 1980, only 2 players have hit it in the water here and gone on to win, so it's not something you really want to do. You want to be long. Let's go to 16.
Tiger Woods.
Vern,
yes.
This might be one of your calls. This has got to go in exactly the same how he hold that amazing, incredible chip shot. Side door.
Could be. It's not. Had a chance, did it not, Nick?
Just fractions too high, obviously. But I thought he was going to try and play one. He was literally tipping over, and so he could, if it was on the left edge or right edge, it would fall in.
So close. He remains tied at the top. Tiger Woods has 2 holes remaining. But the agony of that miss at 15 is going to stay with him for a long time. Back to 13.
And the birdie putt for sole possession of the lead by Adam Scott. Ran out of pace. And it's about this point in the proceedings where you have to start thinking of a number like -12, possibly even 13. This was earlier Jason Day for his eagle. Gave this putt just a little bit too much respect and ended up exactly on Adam Scott's line. In fact, had to move his coin for Adam. And Adam did tap in for his par. Let's go to 15 for another player we can't forget about.
Well, here's Jeff Ogilvy, and that puts him at 9 under par. And all credit to our production staff. This is not easy to show every relevant shot because there are so many of them. And here's another.
And you have to feel that everyone out here right now is right behind Rory. Can he come back and have a good finish here in the closing stages? He missed the short putt back at 11. And he's hit a wonderful little 9-iron in there. Chance for a birdie. Just regroup. Get back on track. You hate to say it now, but it's all experience. Ahead to 13.
Now Jason Day to make it 5 players at -10. And there you have it. Jason Day, birdies 12, birdies 13, gets through Amen Corner at 2 under par and is tied for the lead. And 7 different players have had at least a share of the lead today. And it could be even more than that before we're done. Now back at 12.
Just a little earlier, Angel Cabrera.
Gotta watch the water.
Settle down. I think it'll stop on the edge.
Yeah.
If it goes another yard, though, it doesn't stop. Not a bad play from there. Now, Rory McIlroy needs to knock this one in to get to 8 under par. And even after the debacle back there at 10 and the missed short one at 11, he'd still only be 2 behind. So hard to get back on track when all that's going on about you. So much emotion. And not a lot of experience to draw from. To 18.
And closing out his defense. That's a par for Phil at 18, a round of 74. She's tied for 27th at the moment. Never had it like he had it a week ago in Houston or a year ago here in Augusta. Smiles all the way in. Let's go to 12.
To stay in a tie at the top. Oh, he thought it was good. That's exactly what happened to Tiger's short putt there at the end. Just broke to the left. Ahead to 16.
And let's not forget about this man. Jeff Ogilvy. Cabrera tapped in. Here's Ogilvy's tee shot at 16. And he will use the ridge. That much remaining between Jeff Ogilvy and a share of the lead.
At the start of the day, this young man led the field by 4. And that putt was actually longer than the one that he missed back at 11. So he's totally out of sorts now. This is going to be another bogey for McIlroy, and he'll drop back to 6 as we go to 13.
KJ Choi having to lay up. And a wonderful third shot. So KJ Choi, a chance to get to that group at -10, back to 12.
Come on, Rory, just straighten the back. Keep your head steady. I can't believe it. No 3 putts through the first 3 days, and that's how easy it can happen. It's a brutal game. 7 over par today. Ahead to 13.
And Charles Schwartzel also had to lay up, well back off his tee shot, so this is third. He's keeping the freedom in his hands and arms, but that one gets away if it doesn't spin back. Well, I'm not sure exactly that he planned to have that result from that position up on the back tier, but nonetheless, he gets to putt for his birdie. Just a little bit of extra adrenaline in that one. Let's go forward to 17.
Looking back down the fairway. No fairway bunkers in play. Tiger.
How do you play aggressive to this whole location, Peter?
You go very carefully. Not much room behind, and then impossible chipping, or very difficult chipping if you're long. 180 yards to go, so I think 3 metal off the tee. Trying to make sure he found the fairway. And that slope will always hurt the player. He knew it as soon as he hit it. Short and right. Not good. To 13.
Now, this was moments ago on 13T. Rory McIlroy. And it's so difficult to watch the youngster unraveling. He finds the tributary of Rays Creek, and he will have great difficulty controlling his emotions from here on out. This was also earlier Angel Cabrera going with a fairway medal. Such a contrast in emotions today. You almost feel for Rory like you did for Greg Norman back in '96, and then you have the excitement of all these players like this one vying for the tournament.
That's 5 in a row for Jeff Ogilvy. 5 in a row. Birdies. Won the U.S. Open in 2008. He has now joined Jason Day and Adam Scott in a tie at the top, along with a couple of others. To 14.
Adam Scott now coming into 14, and a brilliant golf shot as well.
That is Adam Scott within 5 feet for the outright lead. As we go back to 13.
And Charles Schwartzel temporarily for the outright lead. This putt will not move right at the hole. It stays straight. We've said it over and over again. That's the effect of Rae's Creek. A disappointing 5 at the 13th. Let's go to 14.
Jason Day inside of Scott. Five are tied, 3 of whom are from Australia, trying to get that breakthrough victory for a country that's come so close so many times in this tournament but has never had a winner here. Let's go back to 13.
Where KJ Choi is trying to join that group at -10. Coming from the opposite direction. Again, perhaps helped a little bit by the putt that he just saw, but this will not move left at the hole.
Yeah, in fact, you probably got to put it on left lip, Peter.
It looks to the eye that you want to put it out about 3 or 4 inches, and if you do, you just won't make it.
Look where the Sharpie line is pointing on that ball. Oh, no.
It's just not going to go. All of these hole locations are slightly different than in years past, and just enough to change the reads. Let's go to 17.
And Tiger, a little chip and run up the slope. And dug in a lot more than he expected, so work to do just to make par.
Well, we got 2 really good cracks at birdie here. Scott will be first.
This is the putt. It's a shorter version of the putt that Tiger had from that side, and Tiger hit it down the left edge and it stayed right there.
Adam, like so many of the young Aussies, idolizing the shark. Remembers waking up to watch, Greg Norman make so many bids at the green jacket. His hero.
In fact, Jim, he has Tony Navarro, Greg's old caddy, on the bag.
Yeah, from '96. And from so many great moments with Greg, I was here in the one that saw Nick overtake him in the final round 15 years ago today.
Needs it. Left half. Don't give the hole away on the left edge.
Take the lead by 1. Adam Scott has taken the lead. No Australian again has ever won it. 3 have come close. Bruce Crampton was second to Jack back in '72. Jack Newton second to Seve in 1980. And Greg second on 3 occasions. So we go to 15.
Bo Van Pelt, 217 yards. And there's a ticket to the party. He'll have that to go 10 under par. Just a shot back to 13.
Angel Cabrera now, his second shot. Electing to go with the high cut swing. And doesn't quite cut it enough. That will roll off into that swale where we've seen so many balls today. And it'll all be about that chip.
At least he's probably on a little upslope there, Peter.
To 14.
And now Jason to match the Scott birdie.
One
as he walked up to that. Can't help but wonder if it didn't influence him, because it wasn't far away. 17.
And Tiger for the par to stay at 10 under, one behind Scott. Absolutely essentially makes this. Probably needs a birdie at the last. A number of players still have that par 5 15th to go. Opportunities for birdie as an eagle.
We're back on the tee at 18, and Tiger is one back.
Absolute must make a birdie 3.
And then he'll have an hour to sit back and wait. He's watching anxiously. This goes left.
Asking for it. It should do.
Thank you.
And it stays short. It
Thank you, he
bite.
says. It's actually a good position, slight upslope to launch one up into the gods for the front left traditional hole location.
To 15.
Well, we saw Geoff Ogilvy make pretty much the same putt. His was for birdie. This is for eagle. And this would put Bo Van Pelt just a shot behind. What an afternoon. And you have to say that that's beautiful. That is beautiful. We have 5 players at 10, 1 at 11, 2 at 9. And the Augusta National has won this week, no matter who wears the green jacket. What a test of golf. Back on the tee, our leader. Hit that hard. And it's just fine. Actually, on one of the little local upslopes there, that's perfect. Back on 13.
Well, for birdie, Angel Cabrera to get to -10. We've seen that putt before. Same result. No one has read it correctly. So the 13th taking its toll.
We're back at the 14th, and Charles Schwartzel, 26-year-old, just outside of Johannesburg, South Africa. This is in a birdie position today, this whole location, but you got to get it a little on the higher side than that. KJ Choi knows that. He's next to play. Come in from that left side.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Stays right. Oh, there. Is it
Trying.
Is it still rolling? If it comes out, the patron's saying go, and then an R obviously means it's stopped. If these players play a lovely controlled fade, so they would be able to, feed off each other and visualizing, seeing the trajectory of the shots. It really does help you.
Oh, with 17, Ogilvy.
Player with a wonderful rhythm to his long game, and it works well out of the bunkers as well. It just splashes it out, tap in for a par. Beautifully played. To 15.
Jason Day. Doesn't like it. Down the right. And that one. Oh boy. That can't be good. Well, this is the previous hole, 14.
And Cabrera, who's 2 off the Scott lead.
Go, baby. Get there. Go. Keep going left. Go. Get there. Get through the tree. Oh, yeah.
He knows how fortunate that was. Just clambered through the limbs.
McIlroy, by the way, you saw him drive it in the water at 13. He made a par at that hole. And then we're back with Tiger. And Nick, obviously you're 1 off the lead, and still all these other contenders, most of them have 15 to play. So how essential is it here that a 3 be put on the board?
He knows absolutely that is the max. He's going to absolutely go for this when he nearly holed out at 16. Slightly poorer shot at 17.
162.
And that is Tiger dropping it inside.
That's not what he was looking for.
Well, at least it's up on the right level. He'd have loved it 10 feet closer. He knows that putt backwards. He's seen that with his last 4 jackets.
Ogilvy, by the way, tapped in for par at 17. Let's go back to 15.
And a beautiful lie, beautiful stance, and a great look for Adam Scott. He's up and out of that one quickly. Let it go right. Oh, that's not where you want it. Not with a flag on the right-hand side. Here we go. 14.
And Choi just tapped it. And had the right speed. Wrong line. I don't know, Nick. Who do you fancy at this point? As Tiger takes the climb up the 18th.
Well, right now, after my comment I said a while ago about Adam Scott's just played a shot that may cost him this. Leading the Masters, all he had to do, and I say all he had to do, get it somewhere on that back edge of the green.
Yeah.
And, you know, that might be the one.
Schwartzel at 14. Oh, what a good putt. Your thought was if Scott could just get it on the green, 2-putt birdie.
Absolutely.
Yep.
2-putt birdie. He goes to 12. Then it's his right now. I mean, even if Tiger holds his putt now, the boys have got to get in. They've got to get to 12 to beat him.
16.
And a challenge for Bo Van Pelt. Down the hill. This is for birdie. And now he's got 15, 18 feet left for his 3. Let's go back to 15.
Jason Day. KJ Choi did tap in for his par. Jason Day just punching out. And that, well, you never really know. I mean, you can still make 4 here, but there are 9 players within 2 shots of the lead. Let's go back to 16.
Well, Luke Donald, remember he knocked it in the water at the par 3 12th. This is for birdie. Might want to add his name to the growing group. And the resounding cheer of Luke. I've got a smile. Back to 15.
The first page is just filled with 10s and 111. Jason Day now, right at about 100 yards. Plenty of room to. It's the first bounce that makes this difficult.
Yep. Like that. Yep.
When the flag's deep on the right-hand side, you've got room to throw it in there. And coming off the downslope, we'll shoot out a little lower, and take that big first skip, and then it throws out the parachute. If you strike it properly, off this just 3/8 of an inch, it's clipped to that velvet patch right there. Just trying to get a picture of the shot. Seen it land about 12 feet short, take 1 jump, stop.
Down, Mike.
There's that, just threw it too far, and that first bounce takes it over the back.
There's that adrenaline rush, David.
Yeah.
That's what they all have to control now. Everybody's pumped up.
Well, the 14th.
Yeah, including this guy, Cabrera. Oh, he launches this one high into the sky. And he's played it where you want to.
That
should
should
trundle
feed.
down.
Can't believe KJ Choi touched his putt, and that one's struggling to get down there.
Right back here at 18 with Tiger with a birdie putt on the way. How much does this one move?
This could move as much 18 inches right to left. He's almost as far across the green as you can get. You can see how it falls in. That's the first flat spot. He's a little on the lower side than pin high, so probably a little less. 2 cups to the right.
Does he have it in him for one more birdie?
Through the break.
Better be careful. Bringing it 3 feet by. 16.
And this was a moment ago. This is Bo Van Pelt for par.
Get in the hole. Get in the hole.
Not enough, and that was all set up by an errant tee shot. So Van Pelt drops a stroke, and he's now 2 back of Adam Scott for the moment. To 18.
Tiger has this one for par. He's 5 under for the day. He was 5 under through 8, Nick.
Yeah, that was incredible. After that front nine, as I said, I thought he might just keep steamrolling, but this has been the big question mark. The odd swing, the odd putt. Tiger is just not the same Tiger as a few.
Now he's still got a chance. Amazing 31 on the first 9. The only eagle of the day at the 8th. 36 on the second side. And we go back to 15.
And in on the right there, just past the pine trees. That's Adam Scott, and this will be a bone hard lie. It's trampled down there, nice and clean. It is possible to get some spin in this. Yeah, that's the bounce on the sideways. There'll be nothing on that. And that will wander off, and that is not even an easy 2-putt.
Well, that's what I was thinking, Dave. If it's been trampled over there, it's so firm.
Yeah, but you got to get it exactly right.
Yeah.
You play a sandwich with no bounce. You want the leading edge to get underneath the ball.
It's not the time to shut the face. You shut it very slightly to take the bounce off the club, and that's not the shot where you have the nerve to shut the face.
Well, back at the 14th.
Cabrera for birdie.
Want to go watch it?
Well, that's a nice move, right?
Fails to birdie 13 and 14, even though he was certainly within striking distance there. Now, what about Geoff Ogilvy? Look at this drive. 145 is the number here.
He's the man who had the nerve to finish off the US Open at Winged Foot, where it's just going to clamber on very similar.
It's riding right on that spine. He better be careful.
And it's gone.
Of course, you know, he chipped in at Winged Foot's 71st hole. Got up and down at 18 to win it. As Mickelson stumbled at the 72nd. Adam Scott leads by 1.